Now, if you, I don't know whether whether you guys are using a computer or you are using what's the word? You are using the phone or smartphone. But you can see that this footer, this one I'm showing you right now of this particular website, you can see that it is divided into 5 columns or columns. The first one has about, news, hosting, piracy. The second one has showcase, teams, and so on. So, but it's 5. In Astra, the free version of Astra gives us a maximum of 4, I believe. Yeah. So let's good. I'll go back because you probably did not see what I did. You didn't see that. Now, looking at the customized page I'm showing you, please pay attention. If you look at by not your far left, but if you look at just these 3 sections, this is the first, the second, and the third. Can you see this settings button, small settings button that you find towards the left ending of each section? You can see, I believe you can see it. So if I click on the second one, you see what it shows. So it shows the layout of that section. So it shows that I can have 3 columns, I can have 4. It allows more than, I can have 4, I can have 5, I can have 6. So it means that you can divide that section, the second section, into 6 columns. You can have 5, like what we saw. You can have 5 like this. It's possible. All right. You can have 4. But again, it depends on the amount of information you have on that website. If you don't have a lot of information, you don't need 5, you don't need 4. These guys, for instance, they have a lot of pages. They have a lot of information to express, to showcase to people. Okay, so they need a lot. So, but for most people, you're going to be reading websites for, they won't have much. All right, so you can 3 might be enough, or 2. Let me choose 4. So I'll choose this second one. I'm going to choose that guy, and then I'll publish. Okay. So usually for this, you can see the layout I chose. I believe you are seeing that blue square box. That's the layout I chose. You see that the first column is large, big, and then you have the 3 smaller columns. The first column usually is, you use that to put a logo. You use that to put a logo. That's usually what it's for. So to put a logo there, I'm going to add, these are the different things you can add. Now, if we're using Astra Pro, PRO, that is paid Astra, there is a paid version of Astra. All of these would be available to us, but they are not. So we can only use the ones that are available. All right. So I'll choose HTML1. So I'm going to choose. So I'll go back HTML1. I'll click HTML1. So HTML1 allows you to add both image and text. In this case, I'm going to be adding text. And to add text, you come to the plus sign. You see that plus sign that is there. That's where you use. So I'm going to add media. What am I going to add? I'll add the logo. I'm going to insert that there. I don't want a distinction between the logo and the background. So it means I'm going to, sorry, let me go. I'll go back and turn, sorry. Oh no. Go to footer. Clicking on that settings sign. If you click on that, you go, takes you here, you go to design. In design, I want to change the color, background color to pure white. It's not pure white. I want to change it to pure white. Pure white, the color code for pure white is FFF. 6Fs. That's the color code for pure white. So that's what I want. Okay, good. So if you go to, where's the website again? If you go to the website now, you can see, look at the set, the starting, the beginning of the website. Now you can see what we just added. That's the footer. Okay, you can see it. That's the image that we just added. You see that a lot of websites that we visit, they contain an image of their logo, towards the left of the footer. That's this part. A lot of websites, not all websites, but a lot contain that. So that is what we just did here. Okay. It may not be nice for all websites, but I think it's looking nice for this one. We might also want to, if we didn't get how I got to that place, let me go back. If we click on that image, which I did, you see this icon that looks like a pencil. I'll click on it. That icon that looks like a pencil. If you click on it, it takes you to this point, to this place where you can select the size of the image. You can choose custom size. You can choose thumbnail size. Medium. Let me choose thumbnail and see how it looks like. Update. Let's go back. Nope, it didn't reflect. We'll go back. Okay, publish. So go back. Let's click. Good. So you can see what happened. So it reflected. Reflected. Good. So that's that side. But I don't like the size. I mean, I don't like the spacing by the left rather. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back to these settings. I'll choose this layout. Okay. What is happening? It's not responding. I'll publish. Excuse me. If I go back, doesn't look like it's reflected. Okay, it didn't remove that. All right, maybe what I'm gonna do is to, let me just leave it the way it was. I'll make it big. I wanted to. I'll make it medium. So now it has gone to what it was. Okay. Now, gosh. I'm going to go back to, because I'm going to be able to do a lot of what I want to do for today. I would need the pages that we built are not enough to do the other part of the footer. I'll show you what I mean by that. What's happening to my this thing? It's not loading properly. I think my data is giving me issues. Oh, I can access that from here. Oh God. It's all right. I wanted to use that website to finish up certain things, but I can't access it. And I don't have the patience to do all of that work. Let me finish with this guy then. I'll see what we can do with it. So far, we have been able to create one thing there. The next thing is widget. That's the second one. Widget one. Don't have to watch it, please. Widget one. I hope you guys are watching what I'm doing, please. So I added widgets to the second column, and then I went to the widget that I added. You can see where I went to. So you see that when you get to immediately you get to the footer page, by your left, you see all of what you have on the footer. Copyright HTML1, which is that image that we just put the logo image. Then you have widget one. So let's customize widget one. Click on a plus sign, and then we go for navigation menu. I'll click on navigation menu. I'll call this menu. Just call it menu. And then I'll select, we have a menu, main menu. I'll select the main menu. Now publish. I'll publish. So I'll go to what we just did. Refresh. You can see it there. You can see the menu, what we just did. The problem is that it's not, we don't have a lot of, we have not built the other pages. That is the reason why we've not built the other pages. The contractors page, the other services page, that's why it's short. Okay, then another thing there is this. You can actually customize that further. If you look at where you have, see where I'm showing you, if you go to this widget where you have the widget, the widget icon, widget one icon. If you click on, on the footer page now, on the footer, this second row, if you click on not the settings button, if you click on the other button, not the settings button, it takes you to this place by your left. If you're looking at your left, where you can see some other settings, some other things that we can change. For instance, let me show you some of the things I can do. You can change the color of the menu buttons. Look at the heading, the menu. Let me change it to blue. Can you see what is happening? It's responding. You can change that if you want. Then the content, you can change that, but that won't work because of, you can also change, you can see that's also changing too. So that's that place, you can change that. Another thing is you can add a space. Just what I'll do. See where you have margin, just below. If you click on that, I'll put 100 just at the top. By putting 100 there, you can see that the menu has gone down. What I did was that I put in a lot more space between this widget one, which is the menu, and the top part, which is the borderline of this section, the footer section we are building on. I put a lot of space between it. That top space, that's the reason. So if I reduce that to 50, I think 50 is better. I'll leave it at 50. No, I don't. There's something that has happened now. I don't want the other places to have any other thing. I only want that for the top. So I'll publish. Okay. Another thing I should show you guys is this, please. Watch, please. You can see that where you have that word margin, you can see that beside that word margin, you have something that looks like a computer, a desktop computer. That shows that what we just did now only affects the laptop desktop computers. It only affects the view of the website on desktop computers. If I want it to affect the maybe tablets or smartphones, I have to customize it separately then if I want it to affect. So for this smartphone view, I don't want it to be like this. So I'm going to centralize the menu for the smartphone view. And I do not also want any space in between for the smartphone view. Another thing is this, okay, I'll go to that one too. Another thing is that for the smartphone view, I don't want this image. I usually don't like the image on the smartphone. That's me now. So for the smartphone view, I'm going to turn off this image. I'll turn it off. I don't want it. So immediately, can you see what is happening? You can see that the image has disappeared on the smartphone view. So if you look at this particular website on a smartphone, that logo at the footer is not going to show. But if you go to the desktop view, you can see it's still there. But the smartphone view is no longer there. So if you have a smartphone and you go to this website, you see that the footer will not have any image, because that image looks good on the desktop version, but it doesn't look good on the smartphone version. That's why I turn it off. So I think this is good the way it is. I don't need that there. So that's how I do it. So you see that you can create variations between the desktop, the tablet, and the smartphone versions of the website. That is why I like Astra so much. You can turn off certain things that you have on the desktop that you don't want on the smartphone. You can turn them off. Okay, so that's that. Then the next thing we want to do, let's go to so let's create something like quick link. Let's call that widget 2. Let's call it widget 2. I'm going to go back. There is a plugin that I want us to install. I want us to install a particular plugin. So I'll go back to plugin. I go to plugin. There's a plugin I want us to install, and that plugin is called Astra icon or Astra widget. Astra widget, that's what it's called. So I'm going to install this plugin, Astra widget. Then I'm going to activate it. Next, I'll go back to the customization page or the customize page. I'll go back there. And I'll go back to the footer to continue what I was doing. Now, if I go back to widget 2, which is what we are working on currently, we click on the plus sign and then Astra. Now it gives me Astra address, Astra list icon, and Astra social profiles. These 3 features are from the plugin that we just installed. So I'll click Astra address. So this is where you can add the address, the contact address. So I'll give it title, which I'll call it contact us. I'll call it 25 Wangi Road. Sorry, Mr. Emmanuel. Your name sounds very Kenyan. That's why I'm using it.
No problem, sir.
I don't want to, okay. I didn't want to use Atlanta because it sounds like an American name. I wanted something. Maybe I should have used Kufuawa. Atlanta sounds very American. 25
Oh,
Wangi Road. Okay, let me use Kufuawa. Kufuawa shopping mall. Okay. And then our phone, we're going to use plus 25444772222, whatever it is. The email I will use Javan at oxaplut.com. All right. So I think that's cool. Awesome, awesome. You can see that it's already appearing. You can see it there. So, but I also want it to be at the same level with the menu. But first of all, I want to change the font size. I don't know whether you saw what I did. Let me go back, please, in case you did not see it. On the second rule, the second section where you have, look at what I'm showing you, where you have the we get 2, we get 1, we get 3, and then this sequence. If you go to we get 2, you go to we get 2, I'll click on, I'm not clicking on the settings, I'll click on that square button beside the settings button. Click on that. If you go there, I want to change the title size to, let's change it to 18. 18 is good. That's good. Then the margin, I want to also make it 50. Okay, that's cool. And I'll go to the widget 1. I'll make the font size, title font size also 18. And then I'm going to publish it too. All right, so now it remains just one page for us to, one row, or one column rather. So add widget 3. Or widget 4. Our meeting is ending in about 10 minutes time. We'll go to widget 4. For widget 4, let's add social icons. No, let's add quick links. For quick links, we'll still use navigation menu. I'll call it quick link. Now you can add any menu. See, it's not just one menu. That is, in WordPress websites, you can create different menus. So we just created one menu, which is called main menu. You can create secondary menu. You can create quick link menu. You can create different menus. If you go back to the video, the class we had last week, I think that was where I created menu. Okay, last week. So if you go back to that video, it will show you how to create menu. You can use that way to create different types of menus: main menu, primary menu, category menu, quick links menu, services menu, whatever type of menu you want to create. So let's call this quick link menu. But of course, we didn't create that. So I'm going to still use the main menu that we used for that as our quick link. Then I'll go to the settings. I'll change the title font to 18. And then I'll also, the space, I'll make it 50. Imagine space, I'll turn it to 50. Then I'll click. Good. So now if we go back to the website to look at all that we have done, immediately you see what is happening. You can see what we've done. That's the footer menu that we've created. I think it looks nice. Yeah, awesome. Something happened though. Somewhere we adjusted this button size somewhere, somehow. It can be changed anyway. But you can see what we have done so far. And it looks nice to begin with. All right. Then there's something I said I was going to do again. Oh, what's that? Oh, contact us page. Let's go to contact us page. Let me shock you. I told you that one of the good things about Astra is the fact that you can create various functionalities for your website. Now, I want to do something very simple here. I want to add a plugin that enables me to duplicate pages. Instead of creating a page from scratch, I want to be able to duplicate a page. I'll just duplicate the page and then so I don't have to start from scratch creating a website, a new page. It's called page duplicate. So that's the page I'm installing, or the software plugin I'm installing. So I activate it. So if I go to pages, if I come to home, can you see duplicate this there? You can see duplicate this. Can you see it? Can they hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear you.
yes.
Yeah. Can you see that duplicate this? You can see the duplicate. If I click duplicate this, the page.
Oh, yes, you can see.
Yeah, all right. So you can see the page that's duplicated to, you have home front page, and then you have home draft. So I'll go to quick edit. That's quick edit to edit that. I'll change this to contact us. So this is good if you just want to, if you want to be lazy. You don't have to start from scratch. Contact us. I'll call this contact us. Then, okay, update, good. So I'll go to the page now. Quickly, I'm going to do something quickly. We just have 4 minutes, so quickly. Oh, this guy should hurry up. I want to do so. You can start. The duplication is not going to be perfect. All right, it's not going to be perfect. So you can start adjusting a few things to your text. I mean, you can start adjusting the page to your text the way you would want it to be, but it's not going to be perfect. So anyway, I want to add something quickly. Container to this, to the second page. I'm going to add, you see that I want to add the form. WP form. Oh, I just remembered something. Oh, okay, let me publish it first. 3 more minutes. Oh gosh, I would need to have another class. Or I will create a video and give to you guys to just watch. If I can't have that class, I'll create a video. So let's go to WP forms. You can see WP forms there. I'll go to WP forms. I'll go to all forms. All forms, WP forms, all. I'll click on create form. I doubt if you can do this. Let's go. So yeah, I'm going to select a template. Just select any, I'll select anyone, doesn't matter. Select this guy. Or let's select this guy. Simple form. I'll use this guy. Save. I'll go back. I'll create another video where we show you how to customize the form to your test. For the purpose of this particular class, I'll just go straight. Let's go back to our contacts page. We have less than 2 minutes left. Quick. Let me show these guys this scene. Don't have time. Oh, God. Okay, good. So I'll go back to the form. I'll click on all form. You saw I got to this point. Click on all form. Why is it not answering me now? All right, good. You can see they said select form. I'll choose the form, which is what we just created. We just created a form. I'll choose that and then I'll click save. If you go to the website, let's go to contact. Okay. Contact. So look at it. Are you seeing it now? You can see that form is added. Okay, so you can add a form here and then by your left, you add address, phone number, and other things. I will create a video where I will show exactly how this is done properly. I mean, how to customize the form and the color and every other thing. But that will be that for this class. I think we have really done a lot. So if you have any question, ask. Okay, so just try to do what I've done, practice it, and yeah, don't forget our graduation on Sunday. Okay, so thank you, everyone.